Lopez is about to deliver her new child and calls Aaron to help her with a case. Aaron says he will help, but then Lopez gets caught working by Wesley and has to hang up the phone. Wesley then tells Lopez to stop working on cases because she is on maternity leave. Gray announces Frank is out of prison and is looking for 3D printed guns, and Tim announces that Lucy will go undercover and become Frank's new supplier of polymer. Celina tells Nolan that her soul feels lighter ever since her sister's case was solved. Harper comes over and talks with them about the case she got when she helped out Randy. Nolan tells Harper they will help her solve the case. Aaron tries solving Lopez's case by sifting through trash he got illegally from the suspect's property, when Gray walks in and yells at him for making a mess. Nolan and Celina investigate a severed arm, but it doesn't go with the body of the No-Ho-Do, the case they are helping Harper on. But they do find out they need to be looking for a leg with hip replacement hardware. They find one leg, but it isn't from their No-Ho-Do. Lucy goes undercover and arrives at her office where her boss doesn't do well with her being undercover. Tim calls Lucy and tells her he is watching out for her. She asks him how long he thinks it should take, and he tells her it could take a few weeks or few months, but likely shouldn't take more than a few days if things go well. Aaron searches more garbage from the suspect, trying to find his DNA to link him to a murder. Smitty comes to help, and Aaron finally finds a Q-tip with the man's DNA. Lucy is still on the job after 4 days, and Tim tells her it shouldn't take too much longer. Lucy walks towards the office, and Frank stops her. He tells her he knows her and knows she has a record, which is Lucy's undercover story. They go for a walk, and Tim listens to what they are saying. Frank tells her he needs her help with getting the material for his plastic guns and threatens her to help him or he will kill her. Nolan and Celina are out on patrol, and she tells Nolan that she is looking for love through a dating app, and she finds a picture of a very young Smitty. They get a call about a leg and head to the location where a man and his dog found a leg. The dog doesn't want to let go of the leg until Celina hugs the man. Lopez congratulates Aaron on his job well done and gives him information on another case until Wesley walks in, and she has to hang up the phone. Lucy walks into the hospital and meets up with Wesley, Harper, Gray, and Tim and gives them a lowdown on the case. Lucy leaves, but Tim looks concerned for her after hearing Wesley talk about Frank maybe wanting sex with Lucy. Nolan and Celina talk about the man with the dog, and Nolan tells her the man was interested in her, but she didn't notice the romantic signals. Lucy meets up with Frank while Tim is observing their meeting. Lucy and Frank start talking about what he wants when a car pulls up and opens fire on them. Frank and Lucy leave while Tim chases down the shooter and walks down an alley where the man is hiding. Tim is almost shot, but is able to take down the man. Frank forces Lucy to help him and tells her he will stay in touch and to go home. Lucy meets up with Tim, and she tells him that things are going well and that Frank trusts her, but Tim looks scared. Nolan and Celina come back to the precinct from being on patrol and see the man with the dog. The man asks Celina out, and she agrees and gives him her card. Harper walks up and tells Nolan and Celina that they figured out the No-Ho-Do's ID from the serial number on the hip joint. The man is Trip Linden, who was reported missing a month ago. 2 men who reported Trip missing come to talk with Harper, but their story isn't believable. A man comes to talk with Aaron about the case Lopez gave to him. Aaron tells the man he will tag him in a video if the man will help with the case. The man tells him he will help if Aaron will do a dance challenge, but then Gray walks into the room. However, Aaron is able to get the license plate number for the case he is working on. Frank pulls up to Lucy's place and tells her he knows who shot at them, and he is going to take him out. They head to a warehouse, and he tells Lucy one of his own men took a run at him. She calls Tim, who tells her he is sending cops to her location, so she needs to get Frank out of there so they can save the person he is trying to kill. She runs inside and gets Frank, and they leave the warehouse as police sirens are heard in the distance. Aaron pulls up to the vehicle with the license plate he got, and Smitty is waiting for him. They open up the trunk to find a dead man inside. They walk into the building and find another man dead in a chair who probably killed the man in the trunk. So Aaron solved another case. Nolan and Celina tell Harper Trip, with his friends Mark and Hank, enjoyed making videos about using a RPG to shoot at cows. They show one of the videos to Harper, which records Trip accidentally getting his head shot off by the RPG. Frank tells Lucy he feels she is a cop because she knew police were coming to the warehouse. Lucy is able to convince him that she isn't a cop, and he chooses to believe her. Lucy calls Tim and tells him she thinks the UC assignment is done because Frank has nothing now after the police invaded the warehouse. Harper, Celina, and Nolan are at the hospital because Hank was taken there after an explosion and was injured. Mark comes to see Hank, but then pulls a gun on them. As he walks away from them, he is taken down by Lopez. Lopez is getting her pregnancy checked out when Aaron walks into the room and tells her he closed 7 cases. Lucy comes home from the case, and Tim struggles to see the difference with Lucy and Isabel being undercover. Lucy wants him to be truthful with her and to trust her. He tells her he doesn't want to lose her like he lost Isabel.
Thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe and ring that bell to be notified of our newest videos.